2017 Kawasaki SX-R 1500 stand-up jet ski. So if you're not familiar with what Kawasaki sells, this is the only 4-stroke factory stand-up jet ski you can buy. I've been hunting for, I can't even tell you, 6-7 months, maybe more. Like I said before, past video, before I bought the GP 1800R, when I traded my RXT-X, I wasn't gonna get a 2019 one of these. And once I saw kind of too what the green is, there are different color paint color combos. So it's just black and green. Primarily all this is green up top. I really didn't like it. I didn't think he really stood out. I like the white because when you're riding, you know, it's standing up like this. People could really see you. Then being just a really dark colors. And ended up by getting the GP 1800R because they had somebody buying that one, but then they had a deposit down and then they transferred orders and I was able to get that. So it's all kind of worked out in the end. So now we got Sea-Doo, Yamaha, Kawasaki. All three of the manufacturers are all one garage together. And it's completely different skis of how they look, how they perform. Not one is alike than the other. Definitely real exciting. Now let me explain why it's the next day and I didn't film yesterday. So what happened is it was a 9, when I left my parents' house in Illinois, said where I was going in Tennessee was about a 9-something hour drive. I lost an hour when I crossed into Indiana. I don't think I showed up to those people's house at till like 10:15 at night, which is totally amazing that, you know, it all worked out. They're real cool. And when I got there, the battery was dead, so it took a little bit of time to get it charged. So I wanted to hear it fire up before I buy it. I mean, you would never want to buy anything you couldn't hear it run. So we got to fire up, got all hooked up, started driving, and while we were waiting for this to charge, I asked him, I said, where we're at? I just thought maybe this 3.5 hours I thought I had left in my drive because I didn't put in work to get home yet. And while we're having this thing charged, I go to them and go, how far is your guys' house from Myrtle Beach? They're like, it's 6.5 hours. Now this is, I don't think I left their house when I bought this till about 11:15 at night. I was already dead tired before I got there. I left my parents' house, I think around 40-something minutes before noon. So I thought, like, right when I got it, the first place I stopped at, I was gonna show you guys all, talk all about it. Once I realized how far I had to travel and how tired I was, I just wanted to get as moving as fast as I could. And actually the last hour, I was so tired driving and I just wanted to get home. My dogs want to get home. Yeah, so it's the next day. I might look like real tired because I've had to reorganize all this stuff for everything going somewhere. I'm like really tired out. And with the days being short, you just couldn't be, you know, I didn't get home till about 6 a.m. So, and I woke up the day before at 7 a.m. So I was basically almost up 24 hours straight. And I was dead tired. And so it's the next day. So I want to show you guys all this. So it all worked out. Definitely it's really neat with finally owning a stand-up. You just need to get the battery more charged. I charged it today. There were some like stickers on here. You can still see the residue. I removed those out. I washed it real good. I got the battery, I had a trickle charger. I got charged up enough to start it. And then there's a water line because it's open loop cooling. As you can tell, Yamaha, Kawasaki, they're all open loop cooling, when Sea-Doo is the only brand that's closed loop cooling. Obviously, it's the way to go. So I connected up just to run out, you know, just to warm it up, make sure any like water that's missing in the water box is out, and just, you know, let it run, hear how it sounds. The oil looks good. Now the cool thing with purchasing this is the reason why I went buying used than new was there was a huge price savings. Anytime you're buying something new, there's taxes and all these added fees. It adds up. This thing has probably about, they said, like I said, they don't have hour meters. They said they filled up 4 tanks of gas in this. It's a 6-gallon tank, so it's not that much times that this thing has been run. I looked underneath how the prop looked. It looked really good. Nothing's ever been cut up in there. It looked brand new, and it pretty much does look brand new. I mean, there's little marks. I can look at it and just tell it needs to be, the paint's smooth, but it needs to be waxed. And I think being a little waxed, because they never had a cover for it, and like giving it a good wax and then run it on the charger. That's also too, I have a 3-car garage. That's why it's in this garage, because it has some of the best lighting for waxing it. But I'm not waxing it tonight because I washed it earlier, and as you can see when I backed it up into the garage, you can see water, and you want to make sure when you're waxing everything is completely dry. It's not wet. It'll screw up on your waxing. I'll probably film a video of like kind of showing before and after and how to wax the ski. It's a little bit easier probably waxing this one, showing you guys how to do it, than showing any other ones, because the other ones pretty much have a lot of graphics on it, so there's not a lot of bare paint than this has. Some, you know, more areas of bare paint, especially correcting the white. Black's gonna be a little bit harder. Hopefully I can get this out. I used some glue gun to get the sticker residue off. It couldn't really get a lot out. It was bad because they had one up here and I was trying to peel it off, and then it got in 2 spots where it actually got to this is a graphic on here. It's not a big deal because it's not paint, this chip. Maybe doing some other type of graphic, because I don't really like how it fades down like that. I mean, the green really has a really cool sparkle, but maybe doing more of the Kawasaki green into this area, or doing more. I think there's more to do as like a wrap, because it's a very rounded area. Possibly doing some type of wrap on this. The other crazy thing too, I bought this and I've never ever ridden a stand-up jet ski. Probably I wouldn't say if it, and my subscribers, you guys should probably do that. I'm pretty good rider on both of those. I really don't think this one will be that hard. Videos I've seen, like this Yamaha Super Jets, they really squat. Even videos I've had of people in them, they really squat underwater. You really can't be sitting on it when it's floating. From videos I've seen with Kawasaki, being this is a 4-stroke, you can sit on this thing when it's sitting in the water, not running. So that's kind of what probably more why I went this route with a stand-up than getting Yamaha Superjet. They're cool. I'm not a real big 2-stroke fan. I like that, you know, you just add the fuel, change your oil real easy with the maintenance, nothing too crazy. I also think it looks really cool. And if you look at size wise, I mean, it's a big stand-up. Superjets are like almost like half the size of the Yamaha GP 1800R. And look at this, basically lengthwise, it's pretty close to the length of a sit-down jet ski. They come with stock, as you can see, it says HydroTurf. They come stock with the HydroTurf. I don't know what you would call this, because it wouldn't be a seat, it's a mat. It's kind of similar to what your turf would be on here, but your knees are going to rest on this. I am going to change to one that Jettrim sells. I think they just came out with a new one I actually saw. You can do all custom colors, and I think that's the route I'm going to do. And it doesn't look like it'll be that hard to remove this. Seeing it looks like it's riveted on the back, so you'd have to drill out the rivets and put it in there. But also too, I'm not doing any of this. I'm not doing anything into this until I kind of master everything, because it's no reason to like think you need everything until you know how to ride this thing. There's so like you can see, there's no gauges on it. So you got like a warning light and a fuel light. That's it when you're riding. So there's no speedo. That's your little storage right there. It's interesting because before I left, my mom goes to me and goes, well, where are you planning on riding this all the time? And I figured my main spot in North Myrtle Beach. Now, when you've seen past videos, I tie it up and I have the bumpers and I have all the storage. The crazy thing with the stand-up, that little cubby is all your storage. You don't have any storage in the front, so whatever you have on you is basically what you're holding. I have a really cool dry bag. I don't know how good it's going to be, of like how it's going to be the weight on the back. If you get thrown off, you don't want to lose anything in there. It's really good being sealed, but I don't know how it'll work. That's probably the route I'm going to go. I also was thinking like being like a bandil, like an ammo sash is doing with my tie downs. I don't really know if you can tie down on the pole on this because it's kind of like part of the ski. I don't want to wreck it. You have absolutely no tie down areas except for the front. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe a bumper. Basically all you're taking is what you can fit in there. And I have this really nice Faraday floatable waterproof little bag that I think will work out really good of having like my car keys and my phone and all that kind of stuff right there. But otherwise, you have no storage, but having about like 6-something gallons of fuel. I don't really know how long you could be out riding, so you don't need to bring this is gonna be like, maybe you can't even ride for half an hour. I really don't know. Plus when you're riding this, the experience is gonna be different than riding to the other ones because this is gonna be like full out effort riding. You can ride this sitting down and you can ride this standing up. I'm real excited, so I'm hopefully this coming week, we've kind of had a little cold spell. The whole United States is cold. So I was planning on riding. It has to be at least 60 degrees, I'm guessing. I am gonna get really wet when you're on this. I already get wet when I ride my other ones. So I'm just trying to figure out a day with this. Also, want to get the insurance on it before I go driving it out on the water. But yeah, it's a really cool thing to have. And I really, guys, hope you enjoy having this on the channel. I know a lot of people have been wanting a Kawasaki. I didn't go the route getting a 310R. I was looking at some. Some mechanics told me with the supercharger being the belt driven, it could have issues. I just think if having like 3 sit-down jet skis would be really cool, but having something different that's the stand-up, I've been wanting one of these for a while, and I've been looking at like I said, tons of new ones. Looking at used ones is kind of what that whole trip when I went out to Illinois was looking. So basically I only saw 2 in person when I was trying to look at it. I think it was 5 or 6. People were acting real shady and stuff. So definitely when you go and look at one of these, you know, want to make sure it fires up. Kind of look in there, find out a little history, how long they've had it. I know these people, they got it last year. They said they bought it for their son. The son really didn't want to ride it that much, so it just basically sat, and it's really hardly ever used. To me, it's a good end with me because I wanted one that's like nearly new, but it has been kind of used. The hard thing is when you see some of these that are left over from years, you know, say you saw a dealer have a 2017, it could have been sitting a couple years, there's not anything going on with it. It's better like it's been fired up, it has ran, than one just sitting. And I didn't want to go all crazy of spending tons of money for my first stand-up in case I did not like it. I'm confident that I'll really enjoy the sport of stand-up, but in case I don't, it's an easier sell of not taking as much of a hit buying it used than if you bought it new. So definitely I'm excited. I mean, it's hard to take in because out here when you ride, riding out here, we got alligators and we got sharks in fresh water, we got poisonous snakes. Yeah, it's not like riding in the Midwest, but in the Midwest you got like what, a month and then it's too cold to ride. So I guess it's just a gamble, and it's gonna be weird like how you ride one of these, you know, with your, it's gonna feel weird especially with your legs off the back, but I don't think with this you're gonna be really riding with your legs like dangling in the back, which that will be a weird sensation if you have to. Pretty positive you have to ride on your knees. So that means kind of my routine of working out, I'll have to really make sure I'm a lot more flexible. I have to be more able to do in like squatting down, getting up. Definitely don't want to be having any type of first time coming on this, and you know, I got a typical routine of working out that I do for riding. This is going to be something else. I think it's gonna be a lot more challenging. And I'm like thinking too, is like, how am I gonna film when you're riding this? You know, I have a technique of how I film, and now I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this. Obviously, you should always wear a wetsuit when riding one of these. Maybe a helmet most of the time is what I'm guessing. Maybe the first time out there for sure with a helmet, just because in case you go flying and this hits you in the face or whatnot. It's hard for me to really tell you guys a lot of what it's gonna be like riding because I've never ridden one. So it's gonna be challenging. Of the first time riding is gonna be like a learning video, and it's gonna be a learning video for you guys. It's gonna be a learning video for me. I'm definitely really excited. And I wish I could have showed you guys everything last night. It was just like, I was so tired and I just wanted to get home so badly. I'm still tired right now. So I figured I'd show you guys what it cleaned up. It was really dirty. It was raining on the way home too, so it really was not clean. So this is basically giving it a good wash. I hand dried it. And the nice thing too is it didn't, with the black, it didn't have really any water spots, which is really cool. I definitely think it needs a, it's just not that smooth. It definitely needs some type of wax, because the first one I looked at was really smooth and the guy probably waxed it a lot. Yeah, so this is my Kawasaki SX-R, the official jet ski. You got in big letters, jet ski. And it's definitely, look at the lineup. You got basically every race version of every manufacturer right here. Now you guys might see in the trailer too, this is another big thing when you're buying one of these, is what I've seen from having this. So these things sit differently than a typical jet ski. So this is an older trailer that came with, and as you can see there's this carpet. And I'm gonna tidy this up because it's kind of driving me crazy since I've got it. So what they did is, you can see in here, that's the original bunk. Obviously would not work for the ski. So they said they custom rigged, I don't even think this bunk is even supposed to be there. So what they said they did is custom fabbed this wood on here, and did these rails, PVC rails I think, to kind of have this up. I'm gonna get some stuff to kind of cut this down and make it look a little bit more cleaner than just like I got like carpet hanging off of it, because it looks tidy over here. It's just, again, right here, it could be a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more tidied up. Just a lot of extra material and just be a little glued down. So I think I'm gonna do some type of adhesive, or I could do staples in it. I'm not sure. I have stainless steel staples, and I got the staple gun when I did the seat on the RXP-X. So that's something else I'm gonna tidy up. Also too is probably upgrade LED lighting on this. I really want to get a single Triton trailer for this, is probably what the goal is down the road, but it's better to have none. It looks like some period of time somebody tried spray painting this trailer too, where it's like a little overspray of being black, a little white. Somebody tried doing the Kawasaki green, and did it black here to try to make it look like a theme. I give whoever did this credit, because it's like, hey, it looks cooler than being whatever the color was before. But yeah, it's not like I'm not going to be going far with this either. So it's really, the trailer is pretty fine. It's just, I want to make it look a little cleaner than just, but there is rigging. So just think of that when you're buying one of these, is you need a specialty trailer because of how they're shaped. It's really narrow. And I cannot wait to ride this. I'm just looking at all I'm thinking is like, I want to ride, I want to ride, I want to ride. And I want to ride today. But like I said, I'm waiting for my insurance. I want to charge the battery full. I'm probably also going to be doing an oil change soon. It looked really good. The level was fine. But probably at some period of time, I'm going to do a spark plug change anyways. And do an oil change. Just because it's had, see, they got in 2018. And it's just nice to have some fresh oil filter in it. It's what I'm going to do too. And also too, I don't know how much fuel is in it, because I don't know the last time they rode. I think they said that in 2019 they only rode this thing once. That's it. Sometimes that's a good thing or it's a bad thing. To me, the good thing is it's not really been used. Like when I was in Illinois, there was a guy selling one that he was his second owner. Who knows how many hours is on it? I mean, I just didn't want to take the risk. The guy was way overpriced, and I'm happy with it. It's definitely different too, pulling a single trailer behind than a big giant wide trailer, because I think this is trailer is wider than my Jeep. It was kind of hard as you just can't see anything when you're riding. Then the center, then this, you can kind of see the lights, so you know if you're going over. And this trailer did a pretty good job pulling for how old it is. I think it's a 1999 trailer when I was looking at the title at this. But this is my setup, Kawasaki SX-R 1500 jet ski. Here, I'll show you guys how this thing comes up. I think I can do it one-handed. All right, so there we go. Got that arm resting. There's this little piece right here. It just goes like, let's see. Like that. Yeah, it looks like it'll stay. I was a little worried if it was going to be too high than my garage. So this is what'll. This isn't as high as you need to work on it. This is how the height you get it up to to remove the cover. There's actually a lock button. I'm not going to pull it all apart because I need both hands to do that. I'll show you guys another video what that all looks like. Kind of probably when I do a paint correction video. And you can kind of tell angles that it needs some TLC, even though it's not that old. It just definitely needs to get a good old wax on it. And it'll look real shiny. But this is what it kind of looks like. It's gonna be totally wild riding this standing up. Maybe rig somehow this 360 camera riding this. I don't know. It's just I think the first time is gonna be focusing on showing you guys how it is, but not losing any of my camera gear. And main thing is you gotta really focus on this. It's not like the other one, you're just sitting there and you can be holding one hand a camera. Man, usually I have a lot to say. In this video, I'm just kind of like, I'm just taking it all in. Oh, this gets you a better idea too what this little storage thing looks like. So this is your little space, and you pull these little levers so you have like somewhat a, you know, it's good holding in there, but you don't have a lot. At least has something. I wish there was like a little cubby. And then this opens up. I'm not sure. It just goes straight to the engine. The only thing that was disappointing when I bought it, they didn't have the owner's manual, which is no big deal. I'll find somewhere you can buy it online. There's probably like a digital copy. I probably want to pick up a shop manual with this, so I just get a little familiar. Good thing is it has a warranty till April of 2020. So maybe I'm not one to go to dealerships. I wanted to make sure there's no updates, no recalls, none of that. Probably bring it by there just to then visibly see and just check, or I can just tell them what the VIN of what is going on. Just make sure there's no recalls with it, because it is a 2017. And the cool thing with this is what I'm pretty familiar with, the 2017 to the 2020, 2017 and 2018 are the exact same color. And then 2019 and 2020 are different colors than this. But I'm pretty positive nothing has changed throughout the years. That's why to me it was not a big deal getting a 2017. So basically I have a 2017 of this, my Sea-Doo is a 2018, and my Yamaha is a 2020 or a 2019. It's a cool lineup. It definitely, I have all my stuff, mind all the junk, all my gear on my Yamaha, because with a road trip I didn't put it in there and I just kind of sat it all there when I went. So this isn't like I tidied up everything for the video, but I'm definitely going to do a really cool Instagram photo of all three of these together. And it's nice to have one where it's a single trailer. I think if I had another dual Triton trailer, I don't know if I could fit it in here. It'd be hard to maneuver in. I probably could do it. It would have to come like sideways. And I think too is if I get another single, I can like maneuver around and then put it like going this way. The only thing that sucks is my driveway is downhill, so it's not like you really have a lot of room. But with a single trailer like this, it'd be really easy to push. Then if you try pushing this up the hill, it would just take you right back down it, and that would be scary. So it's the end of the video. Make sure to pick up some of your I Am Beowulf merch at IamBeowulf.com. I got the hats, tank tops, hoodies, t-shirts. Also too, I have an Amazon store. That's where you can get like, you know, any of the camera gear I'm using, and basically have it all in different categories. Check that out at Amazon.com/shop/IamBeowulf. Also too, I have a giveaway going on for November and December. Each, I'm combining them, so there's 2 items given away. So one will be a signed Michael Jordan autograph picture, and in a Jet Tribe size large, red and black, sharpened wetsuit. Thank you, Jet Tribe, for donating for the giveaway. Also, make sure to check out jettribe.com. Definitely, they got some really cool riding gear. It's the only stuff I ride and when I'm out riding. Be driven to win. Remember, every day is Earth Day. You see any trash, pick it up. I'm really tired out, and I still got a lot to do tonight. Peace out, Beowulf Nation.